Ahoy, fellow dreamers! Today I'm gonna teach y'all how I got my play buttons.
Why are you talking like a pirate, bruh?
Why? Because I've got YouTube's gold and silver. Ha 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 ha.
Is that good? All right, so today we're gonna go through 7 awesome success principles that will help you get traction on your dreams and your YouTube channel and life. As you're getting started, it's extremely important to work smarter and not harder. I love books. I've been studying business and marketing and entrepreneurship for a decade now. And what I love about books is you can take somebody's lifetime experience or decades of experience and condense it into 100 pages. So what does working smarter, not harder look like in YouTube? My first hit was this video called Johnny, Johnny, Yes, Papa. Let's play that.
Johnny, Johnny.
Yes, Papa.
Eating sugar.
No, Papa.
Telling lies.
No, Papa.
Open wide.
And then there was another hit called Finger Family Song.
Sister finger, where are you? Here I am, how do you do? I love you. Baby.
My decision to make these 2 videos first wasn't just rolling a dice and luck. I did a lot of research on YouTube. So I'd go through the kids space and try to find what songs are hitting. And I found for some reason, there was a couple Johnny Johnnies and some of them had like 100 million views, 50 million views. And so I thought, well, dang, if I could get 10 million views, that would be a game changer. One trick is to imitate, but do it in your own style. So a lot of people think you have to come up with something completely unique. You really don't. There's really nothing that's completely unique in this world. You know, if you do music, it's all based on the same set of scales. What you can do is take something that's working and do it in your own style. Is my video better? I don't know, but it's different, and there's gonna be some people who really connect with this video. Obviously they did, because now it has hundreds of millions of views. And I have another one that has over 1 billion views. Funny thing too is that first Johnny Johnny video, that was a success. I finished that video and I was like, gosh, this is like, I don't know, is this kind of dumb? Should I even post this? And it's really funny that I almost didn't make it live. It's like, yeah, it's kind of embarrassing. I'm playing some dad and I don't know, I don't know what was going through my mind, but it's really interesting how one little decision can put your life in a completely different trajectory. Really, had I not published that video, I have no idea where I'd be today, but it would not be with a stack of play buttons. So the point of this is you can save a lot of time and money by learning from other people's successes and failures. There's a lot of good tools to do research. So just for example, you can get on Social Blade and see the stats on any channel or a video. And I just use that to see what type of content is currently getting traction. And when I was getting started, there wasn't as much data because YouTube was a little bit newer. And there was some whisperings about people are making monies on the YouTubes. And I had to do some research beforehand. Now, there's money on YouTube, everybody knows that. But at the time, I actually got the contact of a couple kid songs channels that were doing well. I called them up and I had a conversation with a couple of them. And that was part of the research I did. So work smarter, not harder, be strategic, and you're going to increase your chances of success a millionfold. All right, so on your YouTube or business journey, it's really important that you know yourself, that you know your strengths and your weaknesses. I got into the YouTube kids and family space, and that's not an accident. It was just a perfect place for where I was in life. Before YouTube, I worked in music production and produced a bunch of children's music. Plus, I have 3 kids. Well, I had 3 kids at the time, now I have 4. So it just made a lot of sense for me to get into YouTube kid songs. I am a very creative person, and I come up with ideas, I do music, I shoot. I have a really hard time with that follow through, with that discipline, with the day-to-day tasks. So as soon as I had a hit video and had a little bit of money, I hired somebody to help me with calling people and setting up shoots and things like that. Nobody does anything great by themselves. I always laugh when people say they're self-made. I'm a self-made millionaire. It's like, look, nobody does anything great by themselves. Even if you're alone in your basement doing YouTube by yourself, well, don't forget that there's, I don't know, tens of thousands of people at YouTube there supporting you. There's a whole tech team so that you can effortlessly just hit upload. So remember that teamwork makes the dream work. So know your strengths and weaknesses, do what you do well, and team up with other people who do other things well, and together you're gonna get way further than trying to do everything by yourself. All right, next principle, be an avid learner. What does that mean? It means you're spending lots of time reading, listening to audiobooks, learning new skills, play video games a little bit less, and spend that time learning how to edit videos, write music, create things, learn about business, learn about psychology, learn about marketing. The world is extremely competitive, it's always changing, and you just always need to be learning. I like audiobooks for this. I can listen while driving, while working out, and I'll put a bunch of links to some books that I've found life-changing below. So when I was young, I started learning guitar when I was 11. When I was in, I think, junior high or high school, there was a graphics class, and so I started doing that, and I would draw. And then after high school, I started working as a video editor, and then I got into audio engineering, and then I started listening to business and marketing. Oh, and I went and got a bachelor's degree in music. All of these things I've learned throughout the years came together to create YouTube success. At the time, I didn't know when I was writing an album about potty training that later that would dovetail into building YouTube channels with kids songs. Just learn, and you're never gonna regret learning new things. Again, be an avid learner. All right, I want a change of location, so we're gonna go out to my YouTube warehouse. Let's go. Our house is under construction. We're remodeling, watching Gumball. Alrighty then. Here is my YouTube warehouse. Lots of random props and things that have been used. This one's my favorite. Everybody needs an alien. Alien friend and a Spider-Man blow up. This is a stunt double of me. Oops. Oh shoot, I just broke something. Hopefully it wasn't important. So the next principle is get clear on what you really want. Start dreaming again. I need a magic wand for this exercise. We have a magic wand drawer here. Thank you. Thank you, sir. So I want to take you through this exercise that will help you stretch your mind and dream bigger. Really do this exercise with me. You can close your eyes. If you're driving, don't close your eyes, keep them open. But I want you to imagine that you have a magic wand and you have this one shot in this next couple minutes. Whatever you want is gonna come true. Think about something like your house. If you could just wave a magic wand and have the house of your dreams, what would it be? Is it the house you're living in now, or is it something else? Or maybe your car. Now think of your day. If you had your perfect day, what would it look like? What would you do? What time would you wake up? What kind of work would you be doing? Who would you spend your day with? Bruh, why teach people to dream? You're just gonna get their hopes up and then they're gonna be dashed on the rocks of reality. Thanks, Mr. Downer. Dreams are not necessarily about reaching the exact goal. It's to put you on a higher path of growth, to put you on a better direction in life. People who dream and just go for it and go big end up way ahead of people who hide under a rock in fear of getting their feelings hurt because they wanted something they didn't get it. I say dream big. I say go big or go home. I say lots of things. So I had a conversation actually with my son who wants to be an astronaut. And he said, Dad, I might go do all this training and go get my engineering degree, and maybe they're still not gonna pick me. And I thought, okay, that is true. I mean, there's only like a couple astronauts. But I thought, well, look, let's say we set the goal to be an astronaut. You go work your butt off, go to MIT, do all the training. Let's say you do everything, you do it all right, and for some reason, they don't pick you because you don't have the eyesight. You're still gonna be light years ahead of where you would have been had you not had that dream. So you can imagine there's two versions of your life. One, you trained to be an astronaut and you did everything right and you didn't become an astronaut, but look at all the other opportunities that are gonna be open because you're smart, you've done the hard work. Compare that to life where you don't have any vision. It's like, I don't know what I wanna do. You don't try in school, you don't get into a good college, you don't learn anything. So either way, go for being an astronaut. You might not get it, but you'll be light years ahead. Like they say, shoot for the stars, and even if you miss, you'll land on the moon. Or is it shoot for the moon, and even if you miss, you'll land among the stars? Doesn't matter. Either way, you're in space. So now open up your mind and dream with me. Let's go! Higher! You dream and we'll soar through the galaxies! All right. Next principle, burn the boats. I learned this from Tony Robbins. He says this a lot. What does burn the boats mean? Well, it's an old adage from war. Soldiers would sail to an island and then the captains would burn the boats. And you'd think, what's the point of that? Well, if there's no way to go back, you must go forward. And it's kind of a way of saying go all in. So in my YouTube journey, what this looked like is I had this YouTube vision. I got clear on what I wanted from life, and I saw that YouTube could be the way to get it. From that moment on, I had a really hard time focusing at work. And so I decided I've got to quit my job and I've got to go all in. So I had some equity in my house and I took a home equity line. Now, I'm not saying you should do that. It depends on your personality, but at that time, that's what worked for me. Basically, there was only one way to go forward. We had about 6 months and we had to make it happen, or else I'd just have a lot of debt and have to get another job. So that's what burn the boats looked like for me. Again, you have your own life. You might be able to do things differently and just go all in. If you're gonna do it, go for it.
Bruh, are you telling people to quit their jobs and do YouTube? That's so irresponsible.
Dude, I'm not telling people to quit their jobs. I'm just telling you my life story. It worked for me, but everybody's different. Everybody has different personalities. I have a little bit of ADHD, and when I find something I like, I get kind of relentless and I can't focus on anything else. That's just me. You can do it your way, but you need to start putting time into it. So for you, it might be spending Saturdays and Sundays shooting or starting your business or whatever you're doing, but you've got to come up with your own strategy, but just take action and commit and just do it.
Do it! Just do it!
So the next principle is learn business. And business is just learning how to create systems and make money from whatever your passion is. So if I could go back in time and talk to my younger self, I would tell them this. Hey, it's little me. Learn business and buy Bitcoin. And in 2015, do Spider-Man and Elsa skits on YouTube, but delete them before Kidpocalypse and Elsagate. So years before I started doing YouTube, I got into business and I read some books that really changed my mindset and outlook on life. And they're the reason why instead of only having a play button, I have all of these play buttons. It's because I understand business. Now, business for me, it's freedom. What you're doing in a business is you're setting up a system and you're creating awesome work for other people and you're generating a way to make money in your sleep. It's fantastic. So I'm all for getting an awesome job and working for other people at a certain stage in your life. I loved my previous job because I got to work in music and video production and it really developed my talents and skills. I have nothing against a great job. You might just need to get an awesome job. But at some point, you want to become a business owner. Why? Well, when I quit my job, the money stopped coming. I can quit my business, meaning I could take a month off or 2 months off or a year, and the money's gonna keep coming. And I could also sell my business and get a big paycheck. So learn business. As I've already mentioned, I believe in dreaming and thinking big and stretching your mind. And there is a saying that goes like this: nail it and scale it. So it basically means get it right and then duplicate it. McDonald's is an example of this. They created one restaurant and regardless of whether you like their food, I don't like it. They nailed it and then they scaled it, created, I don't know how many locations, 10,000 locations. In YouTube, it looked like this: learn how to do one kid's channel and then duplicate it. And I know a lot of YouTubers who have had some success and for some reason they're not scaling. And the reason they don't scale is because they're not thinking strategically and they don't understand business. So the hard part is getting your first success, but once you get it, you've got to scale it. And that's what we did with YouTube. We found out how to get one channel going, and then because I understood business, I put together a system and hired people. And I made a lot of mistakes during that time, but overall, made some good decisions, and we were able to build a whole network of YouTube's kids channels. So, I want to summarize everything. Know your strengths and weaknesses and build a team. Work smarter, not harder. You gotta work hard too, but smart trumps hard. Get clear on what you really want in life. Have a vision. Burn the boats. Just go for it.
Just do it!
Be an avid learner. Learn business. Nail it and scale it. If there's anything you want to know about, put it in the comments, and if I can, I will answer that. If there's things you didn't understand or things you want me to go into more depth on, I can do that in another video. And whatever you're doing in life, just commit to taking a higher path of growth. Learn more, expand more, and that's what I think we're here for, is to learn and to grow and to become the best version of ourselves that we can. Check the description. There will be a link to some action checklist cheat sheets, and this is to help you get traction on your channel. You're gonna love it. So I will see you next time. Check out the other videos coming soon. Subscribe, all that good stuff. And what was it? Ahoy! Wait, this is the most important thing. You need your channel sign on.
Ahoy, fellow dreamers. I be seeing you next time. Gold and silver plunder. Let's wait for a couple more seconds so they can click the buttons. Video's just a little bit longer. Yes. Aye. pirates and stuff.